I first realised I was trans, I guess, when I was like 4, and I realised I didn't really feel like I was wearing the right clothes. I felt like I should be wearing skirts, and I felt like I should be wearing dresses. When I dressed about it, I was told no, that I won't ever be a woman, I'll just be a boy. Boys grow up to be men. And I guess from there, I just started to question it. As a boy, I did boy things, and as I grew up, I did, early man things when I was 16 or 17. But by that point, I realised I felt like I was wearing a costume. I wasn't really myself, just what everyone expected of me. And that's when I started to question myself, I could question my sexuality. And then later, after questioning sexuality, I questioned my gender when I didn't feel right still. And I really looked back and thought about how I was as a child and was like, this is who I was. I was really just transgender this whole time, and I didn't realise, even through like my adolescence. Coming out was easy to friends, difficult to family. Friends, although at first they were like, I don't believe you, you're just pulling my leg, would then turn around and be like, oh no, you're being serious, and then they'll be extremely supportive. However, coming out to my mum was a spur of the moment because of bad choice of words, I guess, from my mum, where she asked, when helping with groceries, she's like, come on, are you a man or a woman? And then it kind of stuck with me, and when I turned around and said, what if I don't want to be a man? My mum reacted in a way where she was shocked and scared. I would not say badly, it's expected in a way. She was upset and was put off her food at the time. So I was ready to pack my bag. And then she turns around and gives me a big hug with tears in her eyes, and she tells me that as much as she's scared and confused, she's supportive of me. I just have to realise that in her head, her boy has died and her woman has been born. Transitioning itself was a challenge at first, but now I've gotten to where I am, I'm quite happy with it. Going to the GP and telling them I have gender dysphoria and how I felt was the weirdest moment of my life, I think, still to this day. I went in, I told them, and I explained myself, and they were like, well, good news, we believe you. And I was like, fantastic, best news I can get. And then being referred was a matter of looking for the closest one, going over the estimated waiting time for a good couple of months before I had my first appointment. And once I did, it was a lot of questioning, but it was for a fair reason. It's to make sure that I was telling the truth, for lack of a better term. It's a lot of making sure I'm on the right track. It's very much asking the same questions over and over again and answering them over and over again to the point that you just want to tell them to shut up at times. But that's just how this is, even if I don't feel like the conventional transgender woman, in the way that I haven't been feminine before I came out. I have a long way to go still, but I think I'm getting there. And the gender clinic has been helpful. That's taught me who I really am, and it's no race. I've learned to be patient through it. There was a moment where I was like, no, I want the hormones now, and then once it came close to it, I was getting scared, and there was like, it's okay for that. And then once now I'm on hormones, it's the best thing, but I've realised it can be scary. There can be times when you're like, no, I don't want to take them anymore, mainly because going through puberty all over again is not exactly ideal. But it's also the best thing. Feeling yourself change, it feels just so right. It feels good. People see the change in you, even if it's just a smile on your face.